What's up, my friends? Back with the vlog style intros, but it's been difficult because it's getting dark really early now. Like really early. Like it's like 4 something right now. And we're getting to that time where it's getting pretty dark out. So, usually I got some things to do during the day. And it's already dark by the time I can start recording, so it's just taking a little bit of adjusting. But look at this beautiful sunset, man. It's beautiful. What's new though? What's new? What do I have to update you guys on? Nothing much, to be honest with you. I bought a bike. Okay, I bought a bike, not a street bike, nothing like that, but it's like an electric dirt bike, and I thought it was really cool. And it's always been a dream of mine to have like a toy like that as a kid. They just look so fun. So I got that, and that should be here in a couple days, so you'll see that pretty soon, I'd imagine, hopefully. I thought it was supposed to get here today, but they gave me the wrong tracking info, and so it said delivered, and I looked at it, and it was delivered to some guy named Daniel in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I was like, man, if they deliver my bike to the wrong guy, that's kind of annoying, because it wasn't cheap. These things are not cheap, can assure you that. By the way, I opened some of the P.O. Box letters that you guys sent me, and thank you so much. I love reading your guys' letters. It's definitely like way more connecting for me, and I enjoy it so much. So if you haven't seen, my P.O. Box is down in the description, and you can send me letters there. So, or whatever you want to send, whatever. I'm open arms to whatever you guys want to give me. But I'm about to work out. I started working out in my backyard again because it's winter, and I love working out outside in the winter. It's like the best, most refreshing, invigorating thing. Highly recommend it. You don't want to be in the temperature controlled, nice little gym. It's warm. I want to be outside in the winter, in the cold, in the dark, and I want to see my breath when I'm running. I want to have my headphones in and just be in my own world, I want to be isolated and just like training. So anyways, come with me. You have a decision to make, and this decision is the most important decision that you will ever make in your life. And that is what you want. You have to decide what you want in life. Because you can have whatever you want. And you've seen that in your past. You might hear that and think, I can have whatever I want. Can I really? Well, let's look and see. You see it every day in your life. You choose what you want, and that's what you get. And you might say, well, I want to be rich, but I'm not rich. I want to be successful, but I'm not successful. It's not that you can't have it. It's just that you actually want other things more than you want those things. Let me break this down. Every day we make decisions. We have daily habits, daily actions, and our daily actions determine what our future looks like in the grand scheme of things. And to have something like financial freedom, a healthy relationship, to be successful, virtuous things, they take time. And so our daily actions, if aligned with these things, will compound and they will lead us toward those things. And eventually we will have them. but it all counts. And so knowing this, knowing what is required in order to have what is virtuous, it requires hardship, discipline, struggle, adversity, discomfort. That's not easy. And so there will be a point within the process of pursuing what is virtuous, amongst the struggle and the chaos and the discomfort, where you are tempted with something else that will alleviate that pain, that struggle, that discomfort. And we all have our vices. For many of us, it's doom scrolling. For some, it's stress eating. For others, it's sleeping in bed all day. And, we're faced with a decision where we have a choice. We have a choice between continuing to stay disciplined in our path of pursuance toward what is virtuous and this temptation. Ultimately, you end up doing what you want more. And that's reasonable. Sometimes falling into temptation is reasonable because we're human and it's in our nature. It is in our nature to be tempted. It is in our nature to sin. But if you continue to prove to yourself that you want temptation more than what is virtuous, then you will live in a constant cycle of temptation, of weakness, of stagnation, of vulnerability to evil. And where does that get you? Not very far. But people have this misconception that their life is the way it is, they are the way they are, they do the things that they do because of their circumstances, or because of something that happened to them, or something outside of them. But it's just not the case. You always remain to have the gift of choice. You always do. The day that you sit down with yourself and you ask yourself, why do I continue to prove to myself that I want what is detrimental to me more than what is virtuous? What I tell myself I want. Clearly I don't. Clearly I don't want it as bad as I thought I did. Because every single day I choose other things over this. I want to have a successful business, I tell myself. I want to be accomplished. I want to be an inspiration. I want to motivate people. I want to find the girl of my dreams, and I want to have a happy marriage. I want to have a husband that loves me endlessly. I want to have a big, happy family. I want to be a man or a woman that is respectable, admirable, that has a firm foundation and possesses self-confidence. I want to be financially free. I want to live a certain lifestyle. And we tell ourselves these things, those of us that are ambitious, but our daily habits often don't reflect that. And why? Why? That's a question you have to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself why you want what is detrimental to you and your vision and your purpose over what is meant for you, over what is virtuous, what is aligned with good. Because once you understand this dynamic, you start to be very intentional and very aware of your decisions, of how you choose to live. And a lot of people are not living with intention. a lot of people find themselves stuck in an endless loop of stagnation and temptation. And it's because they're missing this piece. They're not understanding this dynamic. They're not aware that they are the pioneers of their own life. You know, and perhaps this is you. Perhaps this is you. And if it is, just be honest with yourself. It's the best thing that you could possibly do. I came into this video wanting it to be a bit more motivational, a bit more uplifting, but it's not how it's going. And I'm not going to try and force anything because this is real. This is real. What I want you to do is I want you to open a Google Doc or grab a pen and paper, a napkin, whatever you have. And I want you to write it at the top of it. I want you to write what I want. And I want you to list out different sections, different aspects of your life. So I want you to have a section for relationships or friends and family. I want you to have another section for career. I want you to have another section for lifestyle. And feel free to add more, whatever's important to you. And I want you to list bullet point by bullet point what you truly want. What do you really want? And when you do this, when you can visually see it, when it's in front of you on paper, it will be at the forefront of your mind. It will shine a spotlight on what you truly want. And you will be conscious of this through today, through tomorrow, and through the coming days. And the next time that your vice, whatever that may be, approaches you and tempts you, you will be more intentional and aware this time. And you will be able, with whatever decision you make, to hold yourself accountable. And maybe you do fall into that vice, but I guarantee you, if you continue to be intentional and aware, you will not be able to bear the guilt, the disappointment, the shame of continuing to choose that vice over and over and over again. The only reason that you could do it before is because you weren't holding yourself accountable to this extent. You weren't as aware or intentional. And so this is a very useful tool. These are the types of things that will transform your life, my friend. Things that you do with yourself. Confrontations that you have with yourself. Conversations that you have with the inner part of you, your inner self, your identity, your soul, your spirit with God. Those are the life shifting, groundbreaking, world, whatever. That's where real change happens. I appreciate your time, and I will see you soon.